Join me in solidarity to create a unity in this meditation that will influence the many, the minds of many, to understand the transitions, the feelings, the actions, the emotions, and the aftermath of why people are feeling frustrated, angry, jealous, resentful, and hateful against those who control and influence with their own agenda. We're talking about influencers, people who make a difference in the world for the many. People who determine what do we take or purchase. People who determine whether we can use a medication that is helpful to heal an illness or create something that might make it worse. If you look around pharmacies today, you will find that there is a lot of melatonin and things to not alter the brain and awaken humanity, but rather to numb them and make them go to sleep, not to be awakened, not to be conscious. Some of those ingredients used in some of the neurological enhancers have more mushrooms than anything natural that can enhance the brain's cells or your neurons. I can attest to that because I'm older and I use neuro enhancer to help me function on a daily basis, to be coherent, to be aware, to be precise with my speech and my writing. And I noticed that whether I look online or go to the pharmacy, those products that were there and helped you once before enhanced your neurological performance have been taken away from the public places. So what does that tell you? That tells you that there are influencers determining how do we think, what do we buy, and our state of mind as well. I have created this meditation with a purpose to bring an awareness to the public as to why is it that people are feeling so resentful today? Why are people so angry with one another, with the government, with whatever situation is happening whenever we confront some form of chaos and killing from children and the hostility that is going on today? The aftermath of the pandemic left people angrier rather than united. Instead of being in solidarity in a group, individual, with an action and a common sense to create a better future and be more consciously aware as to what is going on today in the world, people are more angry because they were almost, if we can say, incarcerated in their own homes as a result of the pandemic, frustrated without knowing exactly the purpose as to what exactly happened that brought about COVID-19 and created a transformation that, even though many today consider to be a transformation for the better, has created a wave of unemployment, poverty, and degradation amongst the many. Because if you look at it from a realistic point of view, the influencers and well-off are doing better today than ever before. They are the beneficiaries of the situation that is happening today, with the majority being unemployed. Regardless of what is going on because the prices have risen, such as food, gasoline, living standards, rental, properties. Those who are average earners cannot longer afford a normal living standard. Needless to say, the rumor today is that even Social Security wants to cut off from elders and their earnings to leave them in worse condition than they are today. There was a candidate who offered to give the average American $1,000 a month. That can barely buy you food today. At the cost of living today, most people are struggling. So the question is, in this moment, is how do we mend back all those feelings and emotions that most people have about the resentful idea of the aftermath of the pandemic? How do we, as a group, become more coherent and consciously aware of ourselves, so that in essence, that energy that we send out into the universe globally has a more positive effect on the average person? Because those who are influencers are not worried about their future. The average individual is, globally, not only in America. So we begin with our hearts. We connect with our heart neurites so that we can send this energy of loving energy from the heart to the rest of the cells in our body and the brain, and have better thoughts reflected outwards to create a more positive way of living, a better future for ourselves and others. So we elevate our emotions with an electromagnetic wave from the heart, sending love outwards, sending compassion, understanding, breathing in and out, and using that frequency to carry an energy of love. We continue to be thankful and express our gratitude for being here, for being alive, for being present, and try to become part of the divine nature that man is, rather than get influenced by the new agenda that has no purpose for an average individual. We continue to increase our faith in a better future, in a better world, in a better life, and guard our energy with positive vibration. How do we do that? You wake up in the morning, regardless of the situation that is going on in your life, and you give thanks to whoever your God is. Give thanks for the present moment, for the moment you step out of your bed and put your foot on the ground, for where you are today, in hope and faith that things will be better tomorrow. You must have hope. You must have faith that things can transform and be better than they are. How? A majority of frequency can influence minorities. There was a time when the lights went out in New York City, in some areas such as California, Florida, and only one region in the States or outside the States generated power. That was the Niagara Falls. Guess who invented the Niagara Falls? It was Nikola Tesla. So it is possible for one small region or a group of people in solidarity to influence the world. Think about that. It is possible to influence the world in unity with a common purpose. Jesus did it. That is what religion does today. It influenced the minds of many. And so can we, as a group of individuals who are consciously aware of what is happening today, what is transpiring, how changes are not benefiting the average person, but rather are hurting them. And in solidarity and as a group, we can change that. Our heart energy can influence the magnetic field of the earth and the surrounding around us and make a difference in our lives. We are influencers because as a unity, we carry power. As a unity, we have the power of the mind to change. Remember what the Bible says, that when one or more are together, they can influence and they have the power. They can make a difference. Take a deep breath and think about ways that your energy inwardly can influence other people. How your positive mind can enhance the mind of those who are suffering. A positive word, a gesture, a kindness, a compassion, and a condescending way of behaving that will make a difference for others. Imagine a world where those who are awakened are taken away from the average surroundings into an area where all of those who are awakened cannot be touched by the many or the few. Can you imagine that? Can you possibly imagine a world where you are being called to make a difference and say to the rest who are not consciously aware, I am awakened and I'm going to follow. It is not a cult. It is not a religion. It's a form of mental awareness that says, I know who I am. I know my divine power, and I know that I can make a difference. I refuse to be influenced by those who control, by those who have an agenda to change the world, not for the better, but to make humanity struggle and become less than they are. Imagine a world where that coherent energy can send frequency out into the world and create an explosive change. Remember what the Bible says. With the power of our mind, once we are coherent in solidarity and in unity, we can move mountains. Yes, it is possible. We can make a difference. We can move mountains. We can change this world. And united, we are. That is precisely what solidarity is. It's a group with a common purpose, a group of individuals that decide they're going to make a difference for the better, that they are tired of seeing humanity suffer, struggle, angry, resentful, in jealousy, starving, and degraded. Not from the physical manner, but from their spiritual. And in solidarity with our feelings in agreement, we make a commitment to create a different world, to ensure that those who are not awakened become conscious of the reality about who they are as human beings. That regardless your status, poor, rich, or average, you too can make a difference. We can all make a difference in this world. If you look at Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, Nikola Tesla, Martin Luther King, Mother Teresa, they all sacrificed their life to make a difference in this world, including Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha. They decided to make a difference in the world and transform the minds of many. And although we haven't accomplished completely all the goals that they all have, we have come a long way and transformed somehow globally. All because our voices are being heard. We determined to be awakened so that the world knows our presence here. That the world knows who we are as human beings. And that the world knows that we are consciously aware as to what is transpiring in this world with false pretenses, because those pretenses are not helping the average human being. Close your eyes and just stay silent for the next few minutes and create that connection in solidarity with me to send electromagnetic field from our heart to the entire globe. Place both hands on your heart and be silent. Take a deep breath. And begin to become present in this moment. Notice how the energy of your heart transfer some electromagnetic waves into the neurons of your brain, and your thoughts send out that frequency into the universe and globally, into the infinite of space-time. Yes, our vibrations, our feelings, our thoughts, and our emotions are part of the influence globally, spiritually, physically. Namaste.